Hey everybody, I hope you are ready to talk about brand new iPads that are coming out next month, so let's get right into it. Apple's 2024 iPad lineup is just around the corner, and it's going to revolutionize how we think and use our tablets. There are some groundbreaking features and design that are coming to the next generation of iPad tablets, which I think are going to change these from the way that we casually use the devices to browse the internet to really be a leap in computing as you know it today. Now let's dive into what makes these new models so exciting. First, let's talk about all the new features that are coming to the 2024 iPad Pro, and these come the way of fortune tellers like Mark Gurman, Ming-Chi Kuo, and other people like that who really kind of set the framework of what we should expect from iPad Pro from their little birdies in the ecosystem. Well, according to those rumors, the upcoming iPad Pro is set to be a game changer with getting two sizes. We still get the 11-inch, but we are getting an expanded 13-inch model. Now, whether it's like 13.2, 13.3, but it's going to be called the 13-inch model, not big enough to call it 14. 13-inch doesn't really sound like a whole lot of change when you think about 12.9 inches, but it does offer a little bit more screen real estate in terms of being able to use this in a more compact form. Now, Apple's going to be able to achieve this by introducing the very first iPad with an OLED technology display. OLED is great. You get it in TVs, you can get it in some laptops, you can get it in monitors. This will be one of the first products that Apple launches other than the watch and other than the iPhone that has an OLED panel. Now imagine being able to get the stunning, vibrant tablet with a display that can hit at least 1600 nits of peak brightness while maintaining pure black levels. I am excited for this because I love the iPad, and I think you do too. That's just why you're here. Now, if you are enjoying today's video like I think you are, consider hitting like on the video so that YouTube know that this video is valuable to people like you and me who like rumors and like learning about the iPad. And if you want to join the community where we get more in depth into iPads, Macs, how to be more productive, consider hitting subscribe. And this really means that we will be able to finally say goodbye to the halo effect that we experience when watching high contrast content on the iPad Pro. And I am interested in seeing how Apple balances increasing the size of the tablet with maintaining the usability of the tablet. Because, if you think you're getting a bigger tablet, if it's going to keep the same form factor, we want to go ahead and be able to reuse some of the same accessories that we have, at least some of them, like the very expensive Magic Keyboard. But if they're able to do that while maintaining the usability of the tablet. Now, I don't hold my 12.9-inch tablet very often. It's too heavy in my opinion. I don't want to get my hands or my fingerprints all over the tablet, kind of ruining my user experience. The OLED display is more than an improvement, and it is a key feature that I think Apple will use to differentiate the iPad Pro from its other iPads in the lineup. We wouldn't expect this feature to come down to the iPad Air stuff, certainly not the iPad Mini, and not the 10th generation or the new low-cost iPad that comes in. It would be something that would be used to create friction between pricing, so Apple could say, hey, listen, if you really want the best of the best, here are the features that it has, and here are how it's different from the other devices, and it would be used kind of as a pricing leverage. Apple's design philosophy has always pushed the boundaries, and I hope that the 2024 iPad Pro is no exception, and it doesn't carry forward the same design language that we have in the existing set of iPad Pros. Now, one of the interesting rumors coming to the new 2024 iPad Pros is that it's going to feature MagSafe. Now, we can really kind of parse this two different ways because no one knows whether it's the iPhone MagSafe or whether it's the MacBook MagSafe. I think that based on kind of usability and durability, it's probably not going to be the iPhone MagSafe where you're charging, putting a charging puck on the back of the iPad, only because that material would have to allow wireless charging. That means it would have to be glass or something like it, and it'd have to be durable as well. I don't know. I just don't think that the iPad would have that durability. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong because it would look beautiful, but I think it would be more like the MacBook MagSafe. Now, if it was a glass-backed iPad, it would open the door for reverse wireless charging, whether that's reverse wireless charging of an iPhone or maybe of the new Apple Pencil, because next rumor is that the camera is moving from the portrait side to the landscape side, so it would be center. And this is really a quality of life improvement. We don't know why they've taken so long to do this, because when you have this camera, that's off center to the left bottom, you're looking down. It's not really a flattering angle for you and the person that you're talking to because they're kind of looking up your nose or at your chin, depending on how many chins that you might have. It's just not really, I think, a good experience. And Apple knows this. That's why they made the change with the 10th generation iPad. And hopefully we see that change kind of filter through all the rest of the iPads this year. Under the hood, the new iPad Pro is expected to boast the mighty M3 processor with 4 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores. This isn't just an upgrade. It's conceivable that the new iPad Pro will redefine what tablets do based on the M3 processor. Whether it'll have the ability to do ray tracing, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. How they position it towards gaming, I'm really interested in seeing that as well. But if Apple opens up iPadOS a bit it really paves the way for the iPad to be kind of more of a multi-use tablet than it is today. Something I would love to see more so than just a tablet OS like they have an iPad OS. Now with the upgrade to the M3, we should see the same 8 gig and 16 gig configurations that are available in the M2 today if you go up to a higher storage tier. Now, in the traditional sense, Apple does not offer build to order where you can kind of choose what components you want for the different iPad configurations. This means that you can't order a small SSD like 256 and get 16 gigs of RAM. They just don't offer it. I'd love to see them offer that option soon, even though it does create more complexity. It's just, I think it's better for the consumer. Now, speaking of storage, we should see storage tiers start at 256 all the way through 2 terabytes, just like the M3 MacBook Pro offers. I don't think we're going to see 4 terabyte storage tiers because they don't offer that in that small storage configuration. Plus, they want to save that for people who are really going to use that in the MacBook and other computers. With all this power, the new iPad isn't really just competing with other tablets, it's competing with the MacBook like it has been. I'd really love to see Apple open functionality, like I mentioned just a moment ago, where it blurs the line between the tablet and a laptop, offering the best of both worlds. Imagine if we had like a yoga book kind of thing, that would be great. I would love to see that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now there is talk about a price hike, but let's put that number in context. The 11-inch and the 12.9-inch start at $799 and $1099 respectively. If the rumor states are true that they are going to change the price of the iPad Pro based on the additional cost of the OLED panel, that means the prices could nearly double, going to $1,500 and $2,000 respectively. This seems to me, it's absolutely crazy. I don't think Apple wants to put a nail in the coffin for their tablet sales because no one is going to buy a tablet no matter what it does for that kind of cost. Now, really, again, my 2022 iPad Pro would really need to be outdone in terms of features and functionality for me to upgrade that, because I'm still at a point where, even though I could sell it probably for maybe about 60-70% of what I paid for it, it's still coming at a loss, and I don't feel like doing that. That's just not good economics. Now, when you think about the cost, I think that there is potential for 2 models where Apple offers an iPad Pro and an iPad Ultra, certainly differentiating those 2 models with maybe even more features that make it a little bit more exclusive for that device, catering to a more niche of a need for creatives and individuals. Because you see Apple really leaning hard into the creative workspace and positioning all their products like that. Now, while the price might seem steep, I think the unparalleled features and capabilities of that iPad Ultra might justify people spending that extra money. And that's because it is a premium experience where it would help redefine what people are doing on their iPad and really what the iPad is even capable of. Again, by bringing all those new features to a higher tier model, people will look at the iPad Ultra as more of an aspirational device. Not that would make them more productive or more creative with that device, but it's more aspirational that they can get things done on the iPad. I really hope that Apple opens up the iPad, with this next generation of iPadOS 18. But I want to hear from you. What features are you looking forward to in the brand new iPad Pro? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you are subscribed because I have more content coming your way, including what is in my iPad Pro Everyday Carry and what is on my iPad. My name is Mike, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.